Awesome, man. Well, that setup leads perfectly into a lot of the questions that I have about your business, and I know that there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be really valuable to other small business owners that you're going to talk about as we get into it. But this is the Business Over Beer podcast. This is the beer portion of the program. We ask all of our guests to bring a beer to share, but of course, you are in Tennessee, as you mentioned, so you didn't have a chance to bring a beer to share, but you got with Ben earlier and you picked a beer for us to share. What is that beer?
That is the whiskey, the Wisdom Seeker. I got whiskey on my mind.
That was perfect. That could not have been any better because you shared.
I'm a whiskey seeker.
That's right. You're a whiskey seeker.
That's good.
But y'all are drinking Wisdom Seeker.
Awesome. From the Black Raven Brewing Company. Yeah. For those of you who are diehard fans of the show, remember we had a Black Raven beer when we talked to Columbia Credit Union and Eco Digital just a couple episodes back. So
that was the first time I ever had that brewery's beer too.
I'm not familiar with this brewery much at all until then. So I'm excited to have this beer. Yeah, you shared with us you're not a big beer drinker. You're more of a whiskey drinker.
Yeah, I'm more of like a whiskey and wine. I prefer wine long term as far as like consistency. But every once in a while, if I get a good whiskey, I'm definitely a fan.
And you have a celebration coming up tomorrow, I understand. Is that right?
I do. I mean, some people celebrate it. For me, it's really not much. It's kind of like another day, but it is my birthday tomorrow.
Awesome, man. Well, happy birthday. And,
happy birthday, Iggy.
I hope you get to enjoy some whiskey and wine. We'll have you back when we do the whiskey and wine over business. Business Absolutely. Over whiskey and wine? I don't know.
The bow.
Business over whiskey.
There you
Business
go.
Over beer has a better ring to it.
So the Wisdom Seeker from Black Raven, this is a limited release double IPA. It's a beautiful looking beer.
It is pretty.
I can't wait to get into it. Gentlemen,
Prost.
Iggy, thanks for being here. We really appreciate
Iggy.
it.
Bottom up.
Nope, you're choked on it. Jeez.
He said bottom up. I laughed. I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen for me.
Whoa.
Not with this one.
Whoa.
How is it? Is it smooth? Is it tasty?
It's delicious.
It's really good.
So here's what the can says. The can says, and I think I believe them, and I think they do it in this order. It hits your mouth in this order: bitter, citrus, herbal, hoppy, bold.
In that order. Yeah.
And I think in that order, that's exactly the stages of drinking you go through with this beer. So
that's pretty cool.
I got some on my nose.
Wow. There is so much going on in that beer. It is so super bitter. The citrus almost gets a little bit lost in the bitterness and the hoppiness.
But it disappears fast. It doesn't linger. The bitterness doesn't linger in my palate.
Oh, it doesn't? See, it does for me. See,
no, I don't get
it in mine.
See, it's up around the sides, like the back sides of my mouth is just still tingling with all that hop. It's almost resiny. That's the herbal. It's kind of that's that herbalness to it.
Yeah, that's a main quality of beer that I'm not a great fan of. That bitter.
Yeah.
That bitter taste.
Iggy, you would hate this beer for sure.
Yeah, you would hate it.
If you don't like beer, you would for sure hate this beer. Like extra. Yeah.